For some, they've had to wait 9 years to play this game. 9 long years. Some of that time not even knowing if the game was... Actually, enough of this pretense crap. You've all seen the title of the video, so you know I didn't finish this game. But why? Well, I think an explanation is in order as to why I gave up on The Last Guardian. If one good thing came from this game, it's that I've gained a bigger respect for Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, although another way to word that is that it's honestly fascinating at how dated The Last Guardian feels, despite being out for little over a month. And I'll be honest, I actually thought the 9 years would have made this game polished to perfection. Looking back, that was definitely a fool's wish. But what went wrong? Why did I actually give up trying to finish the game whilst I completed both Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, despite all their frustrations? Well, let's find out. The Last Guardian feels very much like an Ico 2. You find yourselves in a castle of sorts, though this time the reason is ambiguous, and you find a living thing and you solve puzzles to try and escape. Ico definitely suffered from some really annoying and obscure robots for sure, however, it was still fun and it also helped that the atmosphere was so good. And with this game, well, it's third time's the charm that I've had to look up what to do next on IGN, and boy, were some of these solutions really annoying. An example I can think of off the top of my head is this part where Trico, who trust me, I'll be getting to, is really distracted by this cauldron. So I move it all the way to the end of the track it's on, so I assume I have to jump on top of Trico to get onto the roof of this small building. That doesn't work, so after some angry searching I look up the solution, and it turns out I was completely right, but it had to be in the middle of the track, and I can only climb up from the middle because of some overgrowth. Thing is, that's pretty much the first time that visual cue is given to the player at that point in the game, so I had no idea I could grab onto it. Stuff like that was fairly common throughout my playtime with this game. But again, Ico had some annoying solutions as well, so why did I give it a pass? And actually, this game shares many issues with the studio's previous work. Heck, I bet it even takes ages for the boy to get up after falling over. Oh god, here we... Oh, that was quick. How nice of them. Oh my Jesus! Oh. So again, I reiterate, why did I finish Ico and Shadow of the Colossus while I couldn't even get to the halfway mark with this one? It's quite simple, really. Those two previous games didn't have Trico in them. To his credit, the design of Trico is awesome and there's a couple of adorable moments with him. Aww. But I've seen Beauty and the Beast, so I know it's what's inside that counts, and in that regard, I f***ing hate Trico! The similarities continue with Ico, as Yorda really got on my nerves, but at least you could just drag her around everywhere. Here, Trico's huge, so the case with him isn't so simple. You instead have to call him with R1 and you unlock commands a bit later on. Problem is, it takes ages for him to respond to you, and sometimes he'll just ignore you.
Come on, Trico. Come on. Jump on up. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Look, Sisaka. Look at the tree. Look at the tree. Come on. If you jump up, you get it. Go on. Go on. That's it. That's it. Go on. Oh, for hell with this.
Yeah, you know how I said I had to go on IGN several times? Well, the actual challenge is actually trying to get him to do what you want, which in one scenario took almost 10 minutes straight. On top of that, sometimes Trico has to play for a little bit. Seriously? I mean, yes, it's realistic he'd ignore you sometimes and have a little play for a bit, but actually no, realism shouldn't be a part of this. This is a video game. Trico should respond to you if you can command him. Ico and Shadow of the Colossus were video games, and they understood that. This is the biggest issue with The Last Guardian. They were so intent on creating a beautiful game about the bond of friendship, as well as telling its story through the gameplay, that they forgot to make it any fun. And about that story, the only time I felt that the boy and Trico had grown a bond was when the game outright tells you that they grew a bond. And considering how broken Trico feels, it's hard to get invested in the story they're trying to tell. Again, even more so than Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, mainly because they were still fun to play as actual games. In this game's case, it's clear they were mainly hoping the players would click with Trico, but when he's this frustrating to command, all, if any, investment is thrown right out of the window. This game was originally planned to release on the PS3, but it was too ambitious for the console, so it became the PS4 release we all know today. Well, turns out it was far too ambitious for the PS4 as well. Put simply, The Last Guardian was a gigantic disappointment. Somehow 9 years in development have given us a game that feels more dated than Ico and Shadow of the Colossus, and they haven't aged that well either, but thanks to this game, I can appreciate all the stuff they did right all the more. The wonderful atmosphere, the bombastic soundtrack, the design of the castle, the scale of the Colossi fights. The only part of The Last Guardian that's even remotely on par with the previous game's great stuff is this one scene on the collapsing bridge, in which I cared about the boy and the bird. But aside from that, Trico was so endlessly frustrating to command, which is why I gave up. And that's not even taking the awful camera, forgettable locations, and near non-existent combat into account. I dunno, maybe the game really hits its stride later on, but if I spent 20 minutes swearing at my TV for Trico to do what he's damn told, I'm not exactly keen to stick around to find out. I was really looking forward to this game, just to see if Team Ico could make a game that wasn't held back by the outdated mechanics of their first two games. And here I am, having not even finished the game. It took 9 years for this game to be released, but with how it turned out, I wish it just remained in development hell.